this segment of the program is all about high intensity 30-second intervals. We'll pick up 2 exercises and train 3 lots of 30 seconds, alternating between exercises for a total of 3 minutes per set. Let's get straight into it. For this exercise, we're combining some bench crunches with an elevated glutes bridge. So starting with the crunches first, just making sure you've got a vertical thigh bone on this one so that your hips and your lower abs are engaged, and then just crunching up and really working on those upper abs. And then what we're going to do is just place our heel on the bench. We're going to lift into an elevated glutes bridge. Now, when you come up for this one, you want to try and hit that straight line from your shoulder all the way to your knee, which means you've got to make sure that your hips are lifted enough for this exercise. We're going to alternate between these 2 exercises for the next 3 minutes. Your turn to try it. For this exercise, we're simply working side planks on the left side and alternating them with side planks on the right side. So the first 30 seconds, we're going to face left. We're going to get into that side plank and really try and hit that straight line with the body. And then after that, when it's time to change over, we're going to simply turn around, get into the right side and hold exactly the same pose on the opposite side. So there's going to be good amount of pressure in the obliques underneath you, and there's going to be a little bit of pressure on your shoulders as well because you're holding your weight up. We're going to alternate between both sides for the next 3 minutes. Your turn to try it. For this exercise, we're going to combine our bench crunch with a prone leg extension. So you can see I'm giving myself a little bit of head support for this one, but just making sure that my elbows are staying out and I'm looking straight up so that there's no yanking of the neck. And then just working on those crunches. And then what we're going to do, we're going to turn around and we're going to get into that prone position and we're working some leg extensions. So what you want to do is you want to get your knees all the way to the floor or very close to the floor and then lift back up into that straight plank line. Let's alternate between these two exercises for the next 3 minutes. Your turn. For this exercise, we're combining some bench push-ups with a basic plank on your elbows. So getting into those push-ups nice and deep, maintaining that straight line from your shoulder to your ankle so that we're keeping the core engaged and protecting your back at the same time. You can see nice deep push-ups. And then when we change it up, we're just going to go into a nice elbow plank, again holding that straight line and keeping the core engagement. And let's alternate between these exercises. Your turn. For this combination, we're going to work a crucifix hips raise, and we're going to combine it with a prone plank. So you can see I start off seated with my arms wide right up against the bench, and then I lift all the way up until there's a straight line from the ankle all the way to the shoulder. So you really want to get that lower back and glutes and hamstrings engagement for this one. And then what we'll do, we're going to turn around, we're going to get into that prone position, and we're just holding up a basic plank from here. So again, very important to keep a straight line from your shoulder all the way to your ankle. Keep that core engaged, and just make sure you're protecting your back as well. Let's alternate between these two exercises for the next 3 minutes. Your turn. Alright, for this exercise we're going to combine corn cob push-ups with a basic plank. So starting with the corn cob push-ups, you can see I'm holding either side of the flat bench, but if you need to go a little bit narrower than that, that's okay, as long as your fingers are pointing out and not pointing forward. And then it's a matter of trying to hit those push-ups using one side at a time. And then what we're going to do is we're simply going to change our hand position, drop onto your elbows and hold a plank. So you want to make sure you're keeping a straight line from your shoulder all the way to your ankle, keeping that core engagement and protecting your back throughout. Nice steady breathing through this exercise, and let's alternate between the two exercises for the next 3 minutes. Your turn. For this exercise, let's work some side planks with a supine abs plank. So we're going to start off facing the left, going into that side plank. Now you can have your feet stacked together, or you can have your top foot in front of your bottom foot, and just making sure that we're keeping that straight line as far as the torso is concerned, from your shoulder all the way to your ankle. And then what we'll do is we'll turn around. We're going to hit the right side as well before we work our way into that supine position and go into that supine abs plank. So you want to make sure when you're doing that, you've got your head and shoulder blades lifted, arms are nice and straight in a vertical line so that you're emphasizing those upper abs. And then we're going to lift our legs right up, keep those knees nice and straight and toes pointy so that you're working your lower abs as well. For this set, we're going to combine prone knee strikes with supine knee strikes. So we're going to start off in that prone position, holding what looks like a plank, and then we're going to throw some knee strikes straight down the middle. So you can see that I'm holding a fairly steady pace, but just working on the technique and making sure we're doing clean, full repetitions. And then we're going to turn around, we're going to get into that supine position, and we're going to lift up into a glutes bridge, and we're going to throw our knee strikes from that glutes bridge. So very important to try to hold the glutes bridge up as you're throwing these knee strikes. Your turn to try it for yourself. For this combination, we're going to combine some X crunches with some bicycle kicks. So working those X crunches first, what we want to do is we want to reach with our opposite hand to opposite knee and really try and get your palm all the way to your knee so that you're getting a good contraction of those abs. And then we're going to change it up and we're going to go into some bicycle kicks. So very important to keep your shoulder blades nice and high for this one. Keep your head up, extend your legs all the way out and retract them to your chest alternately. Your turn to try this one for yourself. For this set, we're going to start off working some mountain climbers in that prone position and making sure that the front foot doesn't touch the ground at all. Keep yourself nicely supported. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn into that supine position and work some abs tucks. Now, you want to make sure that your head and shoulder blades are lifted in order to give your spine maximum support. And then we're extending the legs right out until they're straight and then tucking them back all the way to your chest. Your turn to try this one. Well done for getting through your workout today, guys. Let's take a moment to stretch and cool our body back down now. Comment and let us know what you thought of today's workout, and remember to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the latest workouts.